I really didn't think that even, like, the Mama Thresher Maw would have this would just wreck the Reaper like this. Hello, friends. This is Cold Run. Welcome back to a blind playthrough of Mass Effect 3, where we are continuing on the... Why does it keep starting me in, like, the middle with the completed stuff? Anyway, where we are here doing the Priority to Chanka quest. Trying to get Eve safely to the tower, to the Shroud Tower, to disperse the anti-genophage. What does phage mean? Phage is death? Or fear? Phalanx. We unlocked a new weapon, the Phalanx. What's the Phalanx? It's a shotgun? No, it's not. It's a heavy pistol. I am interested. Project of the Alliance's offensive handgun project. Are there non-offensive handguns? A close-in weapon said to be used with no loss of stopping power in comparison with the soldier's assault rifle. Jesus. Enjoys a ballistics advantage over most heavy pistols. Civilian variants are often purchased by colonists on planets that have particularly dangerous big game animals. I'll try it.
Shepard, some luck. Original strain in storage. Preparing the cure now.
Make it quick, Mordin. They're all over us out here.
Not this very second, but yeah.
The Reaper.
I mean, I don't know how we could have avoided being in direct sight of it.
Everyone all right?
Fine here. Mostly.
I faced worse.
Did we just get shot by a Reaper?
Yeah.
Consider that practice.
That's kind of intense. How do we... Well, we can't take it directly. I guess we gotta... Let's shoot it with my heavy pistol.
You have to activate both of them. My advice is avoid the giant laser.
I think it's good advice.
Now this I've never done before.
I remember this part.
Just keep moving. Stick to cover.
I'm not sure cover's going to work.
Where's the hammer? Oh, it's up ahead. Okay.
Hard to believe we're really doing this.
This is the easy part.
Don't stop.
Can I bait out attacks? What do you mean wrong way? What other way is there? I mean, we can't just go down the middle. Wait, what? I thought it was still behind cover. That was weird.
Now this I've never done before.
So this is cover.
I remember this part.
Just keep moving. Stick to cover.
Did it! Hard to believe we're really doing this.
Hi?
This is the easy part.
Let me get out of here.
I'm not sure cover's going to work.
Yeah, that I get. That I understand. Alright, so left is a no-go. We've tried left. It doesn't work.
Okay, Shepard. I raised the hammers.
They're saying just keep moving.
My advice is avoid the giant laser.
Now this I've never done before.
I remember this part.
Just keep moving. Stick to cover.
Hard to believe we're really doing this.
This is the easy part.
So here's
Don't
cover.
stop.
I think I'm about to die
not sure
again. This is
cover's
just
going to
testing
work.
things out. Where's everyone? There you are. Nope. Not
Wrong
there.
way.
Is this bugged? It feels like that's bugged. Because I didn't get hit by anything there. That was very strange. Or if I did, maybe the graphic didn't go off?
I raised the hammers. You have to activate both of them. My advice is avoid the giant laser.
Now this I've never done before.
So again, this is a
remember this
test.
part.
If I go up here,
Stick to cover.
is there cover
Hard to believe
here?
we're really doing this.
This is the easy part.
Don't stop.
How is the middle the part that...
Commander, this is Artemis Wing.
There was no cover in the middle.
I knew they wouldn't give up.
Okay. That was a very weird little part. I don't understand what they were trying
Up on
for
our left,
there.
One of the hammers.
The second is on the right.
Reaching them is another matter.
All right, excuse me, Reaper. Thank you. Oh, all right. So we can still get squashed. So the Reapers are still like stomping along.
Up on our left, one of the hammers.
The second is on the right.
Reaching them is another matter.
Can they go underneath, maybe? Right, there's a brute here. Okay, good. I mean, not good, but like... can I charge you so I don't get killed?
This is crazy.
All right, you're dead. Good. And now what? Boy, that is an intimidating Reaper thing. I think we have to go to the right, to the left, correct? Oh, nope. Okay, so that was a mistake. There are brutes everywhere. I'll try first aiding just to see what happens if I get past here. Like, is this relative safety or not really? Feels like not really. What is this? Sticky mine into traffic? Sure, we'll try that. All right, 2 brutes down. Is there another brute in front of me? It's hard to tell. No, I think we're okay.
Mordin, we hit the first hammer. How's it coming?
Almost have you. Eve's vital signs dropping. Trying to compensate.
All right, so we got...
Hammers on the other side.
Hello.
Of course.
No, I think we're gonna just keep on going. I want to deal with this before getting too close, because that middle area is deadly. Yeah, it's... We can knock it out from range pretty well. Okay, shields are still up. Shields were up, rather. What just hit me there? Maybe the Reaper got... not the Reaper. The other thing got me. God, you are cool. Alright. Maybe... more... Oh, so you stop tossing,
Yes, Commander.
Stop tossing these my way, please. Good.
Yes, Commander.
Good, almost. Oh no, you are dead. But you're just gonna keep dropping them on us. Alright, this feels like a mistake.
Shepard, get that second hammer going.
Just run, just go.
Reaper in my way, Rex!
I know, we get all the fun.
Are you brooding me? Just go, just do it.
Go! Get back to the truck! I'll take care of the cure!
Alright. Come on, mama. Come on, big mama. Let them fight. Here we go, Protoss versus Erg. Oh, she's so pretty. You're pretty too. What's happening here? Rip. Okay. All right. It tried. She did her best. Oh no, she's still doing her best. Holy shit. I really didn't think that even like the Mama Thresher Maw would have this would just wreck the Reaper like this. Because that was not even close. I don't remember her name, but nice job, whoever she is. I know they said it, it's been a couple days since I played. Well, that was pretty great.
Mordin, is the cure ready?
Yes, loaded for dispersal in 2 minutes. Procedure traumatic for Eve, but not lethal. Malin's research invaluable.
She's okay?
Headed to safety now. Her survival fortunate. Will stabilize new government should Rex get any ideas. Good match. Promising future for Krogan.
Damn!
Control room at top of Shroud Tower. Must take elevator up.
You're going up there?
Yes, manual access required. Have to counteract STG sabotage. Ensure cure dispersed properly.
Mordin, this whole thing is coming apart. There's gotta be another way.
Remote bypass impossible. STG countermeasures in place. No time to adjust cure for temperature variance. No other option. Not coming back. Suggest you get clear.
No.
Explosion's likely to be problematic.
Mordin, no.
Shepard, please. Need to do this. My project, my work, my cure. My responsibility.
This is his version of the Krogan sacrifice and the Turian
Would have liked to run
sacrifice.
tests on the seashells.
Good work.
You're crazy, Mordin. But you're a hell of a scientist.
Glad you realize it. Why I had to be here.
They're not. Are they really killing him? I'm sus. I'm
Someone
not
else
sure.
might have gotten it wrong.
He got the badass one-liner. That makes me think he might die. Ah. Just heroic sacrifice after heroic sacrifice, but some of them don't stick.
Warning, temperature malfunction detected.
He's not fighting off Reaper Rachni hybrids, but
I've studied species Turian, Salarian, Batarian.
Temperature now within acceptable range. Dispersal commencing.
that smile. You did it, bro. You did it. You undid it all. You didn't undo it all, but you're certainly making up.
I am the very model of...
This is Pinafore or Penzance? The one about duty. And this has got to be freeing for Eve as well. Like, Eve doesn't have to be the one, like, special, like, you know, birth giver. Like, it's all of them now. Or probably a lot of them. I'm sure a lot of them have just innate problems. Like, some people, you know, there's no genophage for humanity, but some people, like, are,
A long time ago,
can't give birth or...
betrayed me in this place. His own son. He tried to kill me, so I had to kill him. Right over there. That's what the genophage reduced us to. Animals. But you changed that today, Shepard.
Now we'll fight for our children, not against them. It's just a pity Mordin had to die.
We can remember him this way. He was a good friend. He was the very model.
And I'm sure wherever he is. word for it.
We'll name one of the kids after him. Maybe a girl.
But you, Commander, we can thank you in person.
Tell the Turians I'll be deploying troops to Palaven immediately. And when you're ready to kick the Reapers off Earth, you let me know. The Krogan are back in business.
Goodbye, Commander.
What will you do now?
Join my party.
Spread the hope you've given us. Even now, there are clans gathering in the Kelphic Valley.
Damn it.
I'll go speak to them and make sure this gift isn't squandered. Thank you for all that you've done. And know that Erdnot Bakara calls you a friend.
We got a real name. I mean, not a name that's not Eve. So is that her saying that she's with Rex now because they're both part of Clan Erdnot? I don't... If they said that, by the way, and I just missed it, I apologize. Explore Lost City.
Hell of a thing you just pulled off, Commander. Curing the Genophage? I never thought I'd see the day.
Rex has agreed to help the Turians, Admiral. We should get their full support.
I take it that leaves the Salarians out of the equation.
The cost of their support was too high, sir.
Well, I'll defer to your judgment on that, Commander. Let's hope we don't need them. Hackett, out.
Again, very petty of them. It's not petty. I get that they're worried about long-term survival, but short-term survival is necessary for long-term survival.
Rex has begun sending troops to Palaven. You kept your end of the bargain, and now I'll keep mine. The Turian hierarchy will stand with humanity against the Reapers.
We'll hold you to it.
We're going to need you. Don't forget where we live.
Never. It's clear we all fight together, or die.
I took the Renegade option because you made me work for this.
Several Tridoc ships are ready to help build the Crucible. Garrus will coordinate them.
Yes, sir.
And when the time comes to deploy it, the full measure of our fleet will be there for Earth. May the spirits watch over us all.
I'll start.
Looks like a knife with a
managing
cane
Turian support
giant
right away,
jammed
Shepard.
through it.
You must be exhausted. Mordin dying. It can't be easy.
Not for you
I'll
either.
sleep when I'm dead.
That
We
is, oh
both
yeah.
know you need a clear head to win a war. There's no room for mistakes here.
Sleep is
You
important.
should catch some shut-eye. I'll make sure Joker doesn't launch any suicide missions.
Anything happens, you let me know.
Oh, it's been a while since we had one of these. Right. I forgot about this. The premonition or whatnot. We don't really know what it is. Super slow-mo. Forest. The ghostly folk. Call me Kelly. Let me know, by the way, if these are characters that the game expect, like if I had played this games all in a row that I would remember who Kelly is, let me know. Who are you? Is that Little Shep? No, that's the kid who died back on Earth. He'll be fine. The ghost will take care of him. Let's check over here.
Shepard. Excellent timing. Good to have you here.
I got a few scratches and bits. I hope they just get me character.
The hope you had just have the hair that sounded like a Salarian. Was that Mordin? It's rough to have these like memory sequences when I just don't remember the prior games very well. It's not rough, it's just I just don't get nearly as much out of them as I would. So any reminders on... They disappear. All fading. In this twilight fog. What? Did I do it badly? Maybe I just have to go for the kid? Did I fail it? I guess I just have to go for the kid. It's at the end of Mass Effect 2 that we're remembering. Get back here, kid.
Someone else might have gotten it wrong.
That sounds like Solus. Yeah, we're getting Terminator 2'd. Or Hereditary, if you want to remember a really horrifying example of this sort of thing. Immediately doom scrolling. What a modern woman.
It's open.
Shepard, there's something you need to hear.
All right.
Is this a bad time?
No, let's get to business.
It's fine. Tell me what's going on.
The Salarian Counselor has an urgent matter.
Let me guess. She called the comm room.
The Council must be taking the Crucible seriously. I'll see you downstairs.
I mean, we were pretty open about what she tried to do to Krogan. I can't believe the Krogan would ever be okay with her. But I guess the Krogan aren't on the Council.
Commander.
Can I help you, Counselor?
Shepard, I want you to understand that I owe my position to you.
Oh, this isn't the
It's not something
Dalatrass.
that I take lightly. Were it not for you, that weak-minded Counselor Valorn would still be alive, leading the Salarians down the sewage pipe. But now I'm forced to champion a cure for the genophage. It's like saying we need a hurricane to put out a wildfire.
It's shared sacrifice.
Counselor, Krogan are about to die in droves, so your people don't have to. That's your message.
Human statesmanship at its finest. Speaking of, I need to talk to you about humanity's representative, Counselor Udina. He's moving vast sums of money. We need to talk about where it's going. From what I can tell, you won't like the news. Come see me next time you're on the Citadel. Ishil out.
Yeah, so this is not the Dalatrass. I apologize for seeing all Salarians as the same. Priority to the Citadel. I know this term because I think it was a priority to the Citadel quest that was a prerequisite for turning in one of the side quests, I think. War Terminal. Krogan. Oh, nope, not you. Krogan. Urdnot Rex. Yeah, fought alongside Commander Shepard during the Reaper's first invasion attempt in 2183. Afterwards, he returned to Tuchanka and spent the following years rising to the leadership of his clan, championing progressive methods meant to strengthen the Krogan as a whole. Conservative elements were unhappy, but news of a successfully cured genophage has solidly united all of Tuchanka under Rex's command. Yeah, this is like, he delivered the miracle. I mean, he wasn't the one who delivered, he certainly helped deliver the miracle. Hailed not only as a great warrior, but a savior, the Krogan will follow Urdnot Rex into the maws of the Reapers themselves. Hell yeah. Krogan clans. Centuries of Krogan infighting abruptly halted with the news of a cure for the genophage. With the future restored, Tuchanka's clans have united in a show of force not seen since the Rachni War. The clans have also been stockpiling weapons of mass destruction for decades. Thankfully, their full destructive force can now be turned on the Reapers instead of Tuchanka. Their strength, size, and regenerative powers make the Krogan ideal shock troops. Clan Urdnot, are we going to hear about Eve here? Or Bakara, was it? Clan Urdnot has become the unofficial but uncontested... Oh, look, we passed the minimum. Unofficial, the thing in the bottom left. Unofficial but uncontested representative body of Krogan power to the rest of the galaxy. Within the past decade, Urdnot's warriors have either absorbed or wiped out clans Nockmore, Jerdon, Quash, even the legendarily ferocious Clan Rake. The discovery of a fertile Urdnot female rallied even more Krogan, regardless of affiliation, to Urdnot's banner. Powerful fertility. And then mercenaries. Many Krogan went fortune-seeking out in the lawless Terminus systems. Their imposing bulk and infamous brutality won them prized positions as bodyguards and mercenaries. When news of the genophage cure spread, these drifters were contacted by their clans and urged to join Shepard's forces against the Reaper. After centuries of aimless brawls and bleak futures, Krogan everywhere are heeding the call. It is just an existential upheaval for them. Just a sea change in everything that it means to be Krogan and what their culture is and how they relate to each other, everything. What do we got here? Now we got just all kinds of Turian. I mean, the Salarian thing here is notably barren, but screw the Salarians except for Mordin, I guess. All right, 43rd Marine Division, founded during the ancient unification wars that rocked Palaven over 2,000 years ago. The 43rd maintains relations with other council races, running joint training exercises with Asari, Salarian, and more recently, Alliance military forces. Knowing how their allies fight has become an asset, as the 43rd's troops have the discipline and experience to integrate into any army on any battlefield. Super flexible. Which is important in highly multi-ethnic, lingual, multi-species forces. I know that especially, not the species part, but I know especially in World War II, that was a huge challenge for the leadership. And apparently someone like Eisenhower, I think it was, who wasn't especially great as a battlefield commander, but was fantastic at uniting all these disparate groups. All right, the 7th Fleet got an update. Recovering the legendary... Wait, we've seen this. Legendary banner of the 1st Regiment lifted the spirits of O'Rourke Turian. I thought we saw that already. Turian Engineering Corps. In a society where the military is synonymous with the government, the Turian Engineering Corps is responsible for everything, from maintaining sidewalks to creating spaceports. Their fame spread beyond Palaven after they helped repair the damage done to the Citadel by the Sovereign in record time. Tech engineers view the Crucible as the greatest challenge of their career and have sped up the building process with their expertise and equipment. Yeah, that makes sense that everything would be co-opted by the military in a place like, I was going to say Turia, but that's not the place. And I think that's it for here. But yeah, we're over the minimum. Total military strength is more than the bare minimum needed. Good. So we got new quest is new mission priority, the Citadel. Salarian Counselor has concerns that Counselor Udina poses as a potential security risk. So we'll talk to Udina in person. No, we'll talk to the Salarian in person.
Bethany, you see the vids of the Maw taking down the Reaper? Man, I wish I could have been there.
Pretty awesome if you didn't die.
The diplomats are off the ship. A Krogan and a Turian in the same room is a fight waiting to happen.
Is there a lot of fan art of
Admiral Hackett has requested your help with a Cerberus fighter base on Novaria.
Always Cerberus. Is there a lot of fan art of Turian x Krogan, enemies to lovers stuff?
Look at that galaxy map. Do you know how many strategy games are built from that interface?
I'll bet a lot.
You play strategy games?
A few. Most are too flashy though. I prefer chess. I have a set made from rose quartz and hematite back home. I like the feel of something solid in my hands.
Well, now that I know your weakness, we might have to try a game.
It'd be more fun than playing Edie. Edie doesn't sweat.
You sweat playing chess?
Depends on how much fun we're having.
If nothing comes of this flirtation, I'll be a little bit upset, but it might just be flirtation. Yeah, we're here playing strip chess. And specialist trainer here, I mean, Edie has got to be no fun to play against. Even today, the best human chess grandmasters, the Magnus Carlsens of the world, don't even have the remotest chance against chess bots. Not even, it's the difference between them is the difference between a chess grandmaster and a pretty decent high school player. I don't know, just a run-of-the-mill, someone who's played a lot of chess. I think it's real. I don't know if it's that disparate. It might be not that far apart, but it's pretty not it's not a chance. Let me take a look at the map from here before we keep going. The Aethon cluster new? Want to do a little old explore here. Aru locale. Yeah, I think this is new. Yeah, let's take a little spin through here. Chirk Sob, named after a northern Irunian luck deity, Chirk Sob is overshadowed by the economy on Losil and the scientific research on Doldit. The solar system's middle child, Chirk Sob, now is the only functioning helium-3 fuel apparatus in the system. The Reapers haven't hit it. Space around it is jammed with Volus ships trying to flee the system. We are in Volus space. Oh, yes. Aru is the best system. It's not as good as an Elcor or Hanar system, but it's pretty good.
Signal confirmed.
We found wreckage. Good for us. Something on Irune. The Volus homeworld is a high-pressure, potato-laden, high-gravity planet that supports an adorable ammonia-based ecology. This rare environment means that the adorable little potato Volus have been slow to colonize, as there are few planets that meet their habitation requirements. Most prefer to stay on Irune, working remotely via the extranet. The more adventurous don the clumsy but cute as heck pressure suits and venture out to worlds in Citadel space to get headpaths and make their fortune. Irune is remarkable for having done away with warfare as an institution of the state. Really? Are they like Ferengi, or are they like, we do everything through like money? Volus culture lacks the romantic view of war found in the galaxy's more aggressive species. Physical skirmishes between groups rarely last long and are almost always ended by social castigation, bargaining agreements, or harsh economic conditions. These are Volus are based. Volus are great. Irune cities tend to be built on fast trade routes rather than militarily defensible positions. This has left them vulnerable to Husk attacks now that the Reapers have overwhelmed the Turian fleets and begun a ground war on the planet. Yeah. And they're not going to be bothered by the toxic atmosphere. Oh, we got the Book of Plenix. Excellent. I know we were looking for that. Why were we looking for that again? Irune Book of Plenix. Yeah, Volus on the Citadel needs it to inspire his people. So there's been a couple of these side missions like that. So we're heading back to the Citadel pretty soon. Jack Sur features heavily in ancient Volus mythology and folklore, since its bright white surface made it easy to chart in the night sky without aid of a telescope. But they discovered eventually that its luminosity was caused by a thick carbon monoxide cloud cover that had hidden the real face of the planet for millennia. It was just, they were getting catfished by Jack Sur. We're not gonna make this. We just gotta... There! Oh, we're not gonna make it there either. Dang it. Oh, this is gonna... I don't think we're gonna do it. We did it. We did it. We got it. Volus fabrication units. Let's explore that after we get the hell out of the system.
Reapers eluded.
Volus companies are skilled at mass-producing whatever manufactured goods are currently in demand. Factories use modular equipment to switch their production lines from arms to housing to the next big galactic buying trend. Recovered from a manufacturing compound, these fabrication units can stamp out custom plastics for the Crucible on an industrial scale. Yeah, look at it. The whole thing is coming together really nicely. I don't know if... I don't know if this actually updates as we go, as we get more stuff, but maybe it does. Alright, we'll look at the messages. Let's skip to making babies. From Erdnot Rex. You don't even have to say any more. Yes, the answer is yes. Shepard, making babies again will be fun. Soon as this war's over, let's just say I'll do my part to build our numbers back. I'll bet you will. Everything for your people. You really came through for us. I'm proud to call you my friend. Eve is in the Kelphic Valley, enlisting support from the other clans and spreading the word. She's going to be a great leader. Most of the males won't like me sharing power with her, but too bad I run the show. You run the show along with her, right? We're off to your regrettable decision. I know who that's going to be from. That's Dalatrass Sourpuss. We're off to save the Turians now, since apparently they forgot how to hold a gun. All right, your regrettable decision. From Dalatrass Grumpy Face. Commander, I am deeply disappointed by your eminently reasonable actions on Tachanka. As I thought I made clear, curing the genophage will have long-term consequences. We might actually live to see the long-term. Once the Reaper threat is past, our combined forces will be so depleted that no race in the galaxy will be capable of stopping a resurgent Krogan. Moreover, the Krogan will undoubtedly seek revenge for the genophage. I don't know that they will. I really don't. And the Salarian Union will be among their first targets. When that day comes, Commander, the blood of my people will be on your hands. Oh well. I'm ashamed to learn that our own scientist sacrificed his life carrying out your orders. This is a dark day, not only for my people, but all of galactic civilization. Dalatrass couldn't be more wrong. A Salarian Union. Maybe I can, like, I don't know, have Liara, like, use her shadow broker powers to order a bunch of pizzas to your door or something. Impressive work. Commander Shepard, from General Corinthus. General Shepard, Commander Shepard. I just promoted myself. When you first arrived on Mina, I had a hard time seeing how you flying off with one of our best generals would benefit our fight against the Reapers. However, as I now watch Turian and Krogan fighters working together to take down a Reaper destroyer, I must admit I'm impressed. You brokered an alliance that many thought impossible. Palaven might be saved after all. With great respect, General Corinthus, men I command. Respect there. Still fighting, from Shiala. Dear Commander Shepard, I don't know if you've seen the articles, but the people of Jew's Hope are fighting again. This time it's the Reapers instead of the Geth. I'm not sure if you remember me, I don't. But you helped me back on Ilium. The Thorian is dead. Oh, yeah, that's you. Okay. And now I can confirm that, but the spores in our bodies remain, and on some level we are still connected. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. As we fight back the Reapers, we feel each other and act with one mind. Anyone else who's read the book Worm will know exactly what I'm thinking of right now. Ignoring pain, and if you haven't, I am not spoiling anything. I'm not going to say anything further, but if you like dark superhero stuff, I can't recommend Worm enough. Anyway, we feel each other and act with one mind, ignoring pain when the need arises. I'm sure I'm still indoctrinated. I remember Sovereign's voice in my mind when I went willingly to the Thorian as its thrall. But my connection to the people of Jew's Hope is stronger. It drowns out the Reaper voices. The situation is imperfect and dangerous. Perhaps the colonists should separate for their own safety. But with one mind, the untrained fight with the skill of veteran commandos. Our force is strong. I have not forgotten how you helped us. I kind of have, but yeah, you spared me. We are leaving Theros soon, and when the time comes, we'll fight with you. Yeah! And a new article on Reaper from ANN. From ANN. Theros. A group of colonists on Theros have mounted a defense against arriving Reaper forces, holding them back long enough for civilians from nearby colonies to escape. The informal militia from Jew's Hope, said to be survivors of a savage Geth attack several years ago, has repelled initial Reaper landing attempts with the level of wartime competence more common to seasoned platoons. Yeah, because they have the whole mind thing. The colonies are using improvised weapons as well as supplies salvaged from a defunct exogeny facility. The colony is our home, colony spokesperson Elizabeth Bainham said. We've survived worse and we know how to fight together. Yeah, you do. Very together. The colony is expected to have time for full evacuation before more Reaper forces arrive. Alright, and I know there's other... How are we on time? We're really good on time. Jew's Hope colonists.
Commander.
There she is. The Asari Shiala was rescued by Commander Shepard from the Thorian on Jew's Hope. Now she leads a militia of Jew's Hope colonists, waging a surprisingly effective campaign against encroaching Reapers. Shiala suspects the group's prior connection to the Thorian gives their soldiers an uncanny ability to sense one another, allowing them to think and act as one in battle. The long-term consequences of this connection are unknown, but for now at least, its effects are helping the cause. Even here, she looks like... Talk about... I don't know if this is an intentional reference in the design. Here she looks like Kerrigan, like the Zerg leader, the hive mind Zerg leader from StarCraft. At least a little bit. Let me know if you disagree on that. We're going to keep exploring this place until I don't know until what, but we're going to keep exploring it. Nura. Kind of a relatively small star, isn't that? Like, relative to the size of... I don't know, this probably isn't to scale. The planets I don't think are this big relative to the star, but maybe, but I doubt it. Omakar, so this is a populated place. Omakar is a temperate garden world, currently in its megafauna stage. It's particularly attractive to the Volus, so they sold the colonization rights to their... Oh, it wasn't attractive to the Volus, so they sold the colonization rights to the Turians. Omakar's spaceports and major roads were blasted into craters by the Reapers, largely immobilizing the population. Its Turian defenders are slowly being pushed back by ground forces. It's super impressive that that is happening slowly. 200 million population. Pre-invasion. I like this. I'm looking at the Lahu description here. In an odd partnership of commerce and science, high-rolling Volus casinos on Omakar entered a partnership with the scientific research teams, whose observation satellites watch over Lahu. The casinos took bets on how long Lahu's storms would last and how high their wind speed might climb. Payouts made the rare Volus rich, with jackpot winners forming a small fraternal order. The partnerships between... There was one between... I'm so sorry. There was a partnership between... They talked about earlier between, like, science and hucksterism. I love seeing this sort of thing. Let's start scanning.
I found something.
What's on Omakar? Some kind of Turian thing? Turian military asset? Volus intelligence archives? I thought the Volus aren't here. I thought this was Turian land. Yeah, there's one more asset here somewhere. There. Nope, we're not getting it now.
Faster than light jump successful.
Guess what it is?
Evasion successful.
Hello? Are you a zombie? Are you okay? We can briefly talk to him, but yeah, what's going on? Hi? No words. He's awestruck. He can't believe us. Our aura is just too much.
The Reaper destroyed by the Thresher Maw appears to be completely inert, Doctor. We would need to send in teams to be sure.
Out of the question. Tell the Krogan to stay away.
Probably smart. So, Volus Intelligence Archives. The Salarian Special Tasks Force appears to have approached the Vol Protectorate about co-developing combat implants that require rare elements found in Volus space. The schematics for these high-starch implants include plans to retrofit them to non-Salarian species, should it be of a sufficiently profitable venture. One of these upgrades could be commissioned, although its construction would be time-consuming and custom-made. Give me power damage bonus. I think I get disproportionate value from power damage bonus. While I'm here, broker terminal. Mass relay traffic reports increase. I guess these are planets. 95% increase to Widow. 65% increase in Omega 2. I don't remember what Widow is or why that is important. Karen and Shanxi Theta unavailable. I just don't remember enough about those things to make sense of that.
The genophage cured. The Krogan have no reason to hold back now, do they? Rex knows what he's doing, but can he keep the Krogan in check?
He's gonna have to build a whole new culture.
Start of another Krogan empire. Eve's organizing the female Krogan. She reminds me of some of the more formidable matriarchs I've known.
Like you, probably.
The Krogan won't let themselves fall by the wayside again. Not like they did after the rebellions. We'll have to hope the Krogan live up to their ancient legacy. and for the better. Good to see you again, Shepard.
Likewise.
Good to see you again, Shepard.
How are you doing, Robot Ball?
A pleasure to see you.
Lith. How is... I know I'm bouncing between, like, exploring the galaxy and talking to people here. How is Dr. Chakwas taking the loss of both Eve and Mordin? She's all alone here now.
I'm glad to see we have Garrus back. I wanted to help with his scars, but I think he actually likes them.
Oh, you don't give a shit.
Hello, Commander.
Oh, Edie, what are you doing in your hub, rather than around Joker?
What are you up to now? I am uploading data on the destroyed Reaper to the Turians. They are investigating possible Reaper structural weakness. Our data says Reaper capital ships such as Sovereign are of unique design. However, smaller Reaper destroyers bear similarities.
That one was small?
Relatively, yes.
Yeah.
Ground attack ships are only 160 meters in height. Sovereign was approximately 2 kilometers.
We'll keep talking to the Turians. If there's a chink in the Reaper's armor, we all need to know it.
I love the design of the Reapers. I think they are just fantastic.
Hello, Shepard.
Hello. Heading to the Asori system. Warned of the Reaper's battle plans, but left with little other option, a select team of workers at Solu Paulus sent out phony communications suggesting that important military data was being handed off here. When the Reapers sent in a force of husks, they ran into the Volus's trap, a chain reaction that annihilated the station. Noble sacrifices everywhere you look. This is the planet closest to the star, Mola. And just the description on this is just gorgeous. For a terrestrial planet, Mola hurtles around the system's star at breakneck speed. Its rapid orbit and molten core cause oceans of magma to be pumped out onto the surface, cooling into continent-sized formations, and then erased by fresh flows of molten rock. The scale of this thing, oh my gosh. Oh crap.
Signal confirmed.
Oh crap, you're right there? You're right next to them. Great wreckage. Yeah, we're not getting out!
Reapers eluded.
We just barely got out. All right, I think we can make it if we go from, like, here, maybe. Nope. We'll have to be a little more careful.
Evasion successful.
I think if we go from, like, here? Maybe. Volus Dreadnought Quunu. We have the Volus War Machine on our side.
Reapers
God.
eluded.
Okay. The Volus have only produced one dreadnought, the Quunu, named after the diplomat who negotiated their client race status with the Turians. Quunu is the only Volus ship of its class, but it's remarkably well armed. Look at this thing. Oh, I like the little design on the side. It looks like a sheep with, like, muscles. I don't know why I said that. It doesn't look like a sheep with muscles at all. What the hell am I? I'm just tired. Its broadside cannons and main gun are all Thanic's magnetic hydrodynamic weapons. The Turian general touring the Quunu after its maiden system voyage enthusiastically declared that the ship could char a planet 3 times over. While its construction was entirely funded by the Elkos Combine Corporation, the Dreadnought was jointly gifted to the Vol Protectorate and Turian hierarchy upon completion. Aw, friendship. Final galaxy in the final system in this cluster is Satu Ard. Whoa, look at this gap. Look at that gap between planets. Just Ezo smuggling and mining all the way around. Polo Tem, an extrasolar capture. Volus robo-miners descended on it when Ezo was first discovered. Pirates descended on Volus. The pirates then found out to their detriment that wealthy Volus can buy a lot of influence in the Turian hierarchy. Yeah, that's going to be a surprise. you're expecting to just fight some potatoes, and then the Turians come. The Reapers occupied Polo Thames orbital stations rather than destroy them outright. It's possible Ezo is rare enough that the Reapers harvest it, but it's more likely that the Reapers are stationing ships here in case the Turian forces they drove off seek to recapture it. Okay.
I found something.
Yeah. All right. The frosty place of Nalison. What do you got? Volus engineering team. Incredibly handy. Oh, that's only 50%. Oh no.
Evasion
It's
successful.
only 50%. Where is the other of it? Oh, there. Wreckage. It's, yeah. No problem.
Reapers eluded.
If
Commander.
like, so there's no romance between the party members at this point. Like, nothing going between me and you know, any of like between me and Javik, between me and, I joke about it, but there's really nothing there. There's no chemistry there. There's like friendly buddy chemistry with me and Garrus. Commander train or a specialist trainer though. If flirting were an Olympic sport. Volus engineering. Look at them, they're so cute. Elkos Combine is a manufacturer known for producing reliable but less expensive versions of higher grade weapons and armor. The scientists are adept at reverse engineering new technology. Oh crap. Well, actually that's not bad. I was thinking, are they like the people who instead of making Snickers, like, will make like Blickers bars and sell that are like sort of the same, but they sell for like a quarter of the price and taste like garbage? But no, they're more like generic medicines where they're less expensive, just as reliable, and like more accessible. So this is actually good. All right, the Volus engineers rescued from Satu Ard are applying these same methods to break down instructions on how to create several dozen new plastics that must be integrated into the Crucible superstructure. In a show of unprecedented generosity, Elkos Combine has waived all proprietary claim to any new compounds created by its scientists. This is the spirit of cooperation we needed to see from the Salarians. Salarians as a whole, because of course, it's a... Oh, right, Hackett wants to talk to me, right? About the N7 Cerberus fighter base on Noveria. Okay, let's talk.
Commander Shepard, something you need to talk about?
That's you who need to talk about stuff, right? Galactic readiness.
What's our state of readiness, Admiral?
I won't lie, Shepard. We're bogged down. Things aren't looking good in most sectors. We need to increase the tempo and chalk up some wins, otherwise this won't end well for the human race. Or any race.
Excuse me. Allied forces.
What about the extra help we picked up along the way?
The Krogan and Turians have obviously been a big help. Erdnot Rex running the show is a bonus for us. And that female Krogan you rescued is rallying more support from the other clans. I'm glad you disabled that mom in Tachanka. We could have lost a lot of Krogan support. As it is, we picked up some Turian troops.
Good to hear.
The Salarians. Aria's reinforcements. This is what I care about.
What about Arya's mercenaries?
Arya Talok, there's someone I never thought we'd be in bed with.
Man can dream.
Will be useful and violent. Mostly Vorchai here. We'll put the Blue Suns to good use. Intel says Narner Vosk is bringing his men, and that they're gunning for a fight. The Eclipse are providing troops and mechs. When we find a Reaper soft spot, they'll help us hit it. Don't want to know how you got Arya's cooperation, but whatever you did, it was worth it.
It was fun. I love Arya. The Salarians, yeah, they're probably big mad.
How about the Salarians?
Interesting wrinkle. We've been getting back channel commitments from the strike teams within STG. They're promising to back us.
What?
Even after I cured the genophage?
Our intel suggests there are cracks developing between the military and the politicians. These STG guys know the score. They're not going to jeopardize the entire Salarian Union just because some Dalatrass didn't get her way.
Hell yeah. Okay. The Rachni.
What about the Rachni?
I wouldn't have believed it, but the Rachni are helping us
I
build
love
the
it.
Crucible.
You're kidding.
Turns out they have a knack for weapons of mass destruction. In hindsight, I guess they'd know a thing or two about waging a galactic war.
No problems with them then?
Other than scaring the hell out of our engineers, no. Not a lot of small talk going on there.
I really had just assumed that the Rachni, like, were a galactic threat because of pure numbers, like straight up Zerg stuff, like biology, and that's it. I never thought of them, like, with the clipboard, with their little Rachni pocket protector, just, like, doing the engineering science stuff. I just did not see that coming. Reaper progress.
Do you know how the other races are doing against the Reapers?
Believe it or not, the Turians and Krogan actually seem to be getting along.
I believe it.
Urdnot Rex has deployed troops, and they're giving the Reapers a moment of pause. The Salarians are still hanging on to Sirkesh, but the Reapers are starting to breathe down their necks, too.
What about the Asari?
They have to be feeling the heat. The Reapers are moving fast with the obvious intent of taking Thessia. Interestingly, the Reapers are leaving Parnak alone. It's the Yogg homeworld.
That's right, we heard about
I
them.
blame them. Yogg have teeth.
Well, if we lose this war, it might be them running the next cycle. It's easy to forget the Reapers don't destroy every species.
I forgot about
Just
that,
the
actually.
Ones who can threaten them.
I really forgot about that. The Quarians are the ones I was especially wondering about. What's with the
Have you heard
Quarians?
anything from the Quarians or Geth?
Something might be brewing near the Geth border, but our intel is sketchy. News is getting harder to come by as things get worse.
Volus and Elcor.
Any word on the Volus and Elcor?
The Turians and the Krogan sent forces to the Volus homeworld, Irun.
Where we've been hanging.
Might not be enough, but at least they've got Reaper forces bogged down in a nasty ground war. As for Elcor, they're still in the fight, though our projections show the Reapers encroaching on their territory soon.
I think they grouped these two together because they're both adorable. The Batarians.
What happened to the Batarians?
Never stood a chance, hit by the Reapers straight out of the gate. And without any allies to call on, I think the Batarians are history.
That's always disturbing.
Nothing more, sir.
Keep me posted. Hack it out.
So what's the, this one? The Cerberus fighter base? Hack it? Oh, we just have to go into Novaria. He's not going to talk to us about it. What's this update about harvesting? Yeah, even with all the Reaper's power, harvesting every sapient species can take decades or centuries. The most time-consuming part is gathering DNA from the population. To accelerate the effort, the Reapers follow a consistent procedure. Victims who cooperate, surrender, or are captured by husks are sorted into camps. The husks possess receptors that allow them to analyze a victim's DNA through sight, smell, or touch. Victims that meet their standards are herded from the camps into processor ships. Those the husks deem insufficient are turned into husks or indoctrinated as slave labor. The Reapers use this last option to give their victims false hope. Many captives who would otherwise fight back become docile when they see members of their own kind obey and survive. It's a smart tactic. I mean, yeah. The processor ships reduce victims to a transportable liquid. Like in a slaughterhouse, the ship's design prevents victims from seeing or hearing what happens elsewhere so they don't panic. This is, oh god, it's really unsettling. The details of it are well thought out and especially unsettling as a result. The victims are ushered into locking pods, then rent apart and dissolved into paste, flushed to storage vats. The rate of killing is phenomenal. Intelligence estimates suggest that there are more than 400 processor ships on Earth, killing approximately 1.86 million humans per day. In combination with battlefield deaths, disease, and famine, this pace will result in the complete depopulation of Earth within a decade. As the husks and indoctrinated slaves build more slaughtering facilities, the kill rate can only increase. Oh, okay. Alright, I think I'm going to wrap it up about here. How you doing, trainer?
Commander?
Yeah, that's going to be it for me for now. Next time we'll continue just exploring the galaxy a little bit more, talking to people on the ship in the aftermath of this, and doing a side quest before we head back to the priority mission. So doing that Novaria, the next mission I intend to do. Stop putting me at the bottom with the completed quests. I don't know any game that, like, when you look at the quest log, starts you with the completed quest and makes you scroll up for a bunch to see, like, the active quests. It's bizarre. Yeah, so anyway, the next thing we'll probably do combat-wise is the N7 fighter base thing on Novaria. But yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this as they come out, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.